Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Lindria Nguyen. I'm the Enrollment Director here at Impact Health Sharing. While Impact Health is not the first healthcare sharing organization to ever exist, I can say with full confidence that we are one of the best and most comprehensive in the industry. So that you're aware, the concept of healthcare sharing is not a new one. The industry has been thriving for well over 4 decades. Impact Health Sharing welcomed its first members in January of 2020. Impact's innovative approach to sharing the medical expenses by utilizing industry-leading technology sets us apart from many of our competitors. Impact is inclusive, which means you will not be turned away for things like sexual orientation or religious affiliation. Impact's ingrained value of good stewardship and the desire to help our fellow man are values that are indeed originated in the Christian faith. With this, we aim to fully embrace those principles as our membership welcomes people from all walks of life. Today, you will learn how Impact Health Sharing works. Our goal is for you to walk away feeling confident and comfortable about embarking on your healthcare sharing journey with us. Our hope is that at the end of this presentation, you walk away knowing why Impact truly works better and feels better than traditional insurance. Let's take a look.
Healthcare spending made up 5% of total U.S. GDP in 1960. In 2020, spending hit almost 20%.
National polls show Americans believe healthcare prices and drug costs are among their top pocketbook concerns.
Over the past 20 years, the runaway cost of health insurance has outpaced earnings and inflation, leaving our families with less freedom and less money. Families, small businesses, and individuals alike are struggling to find a way to pay for the health care they can't seem to afford. So how are we going to solve this problem? All over the world, technology is changing the way people and society connect and interact. The result? Countless industries are disrupted. But while the rest of the world has changed, insurance and the way we pay for healthcare remains broken and largely the same. What if there was a way we could all pay for healthcare that simply worked better and felt better than insurance? Well, today there is. We are Impact Health Sharing. We are a network of families, individuals, business owners, and small entrepreneurs who want to see the old way of doing things change. We use technology to connect tens of thousands of individuals and families across the nation to simply share and pay each other's medical bills. Old problems can be solved when people come together to leverage their sense of community with technology to control the cost of healthcare. Go to impacthealthsharing.com for more info.
As you probably already know and have seen firsthand, the price of healthcare for the average American family has skyrocketed over the past few years. Unfortunately, the quality of care has not. Americans are now spending more and receiving less for their health care. Well, Impact has come in to bridge the gap of affordability and quality of care and has essentially placed the power of affordable health care back into the hands of our members. Now, of course, I'm sure you're wondering, how? Well, we're getting ready to dive deep into the details of Impact Health Sharing right now.
Impact Health Sharing is a not-for-profit, non-insurance alternative to the high cost of health insurance. It's a community of individuals, families, and small businesses just like you who share and pay each other's medical bills. But you may ask, how does Impact actually work? When you become a member of Impact, you'll first activate your Impact Share account. Your Impact Share account is a financial account owned and managed by you and is used to manage all sharing activities. Once a month, members deposit a specified amount into their account. This amount is unique to you and your household, and it's called your monthly share. Share dollars are then matched and allocated to another member who has an eligible medical bill that needs to be paid. Once all or a portion of your monthly share amount has been matched to a member, Impact will notify you as to whom you have been matched with and how much of your funds they'll receive. We call this publishing. Once notified, funds are transferred from your share account into their share account. When the member has received the full amount needed to pay that medical bill, it is then sent electronically to the medical provider and paid in full. The process works the same when you have a medical bill that needs to be paid. What does published for sharing mean? When we say published, we're referring to how our members are notified that a bill is ready to be shared and that a portion of their share will be used to pay that bill. You can also go online to see the aggregate amount of all the bills that are published and shared among members. So you might be wondering, will everyone see my medical bills and personal health information? We will only publish the name of the member household that has a medical bill, the total amount of the bill, the names of the members who have been matched to pay that bill, and the amount they have been allocated to share. We value your privacy. We never publish personal health information. What happens when you go to the doctor or hospital? It's simple. When you go to the doctor, all you need is your Impact ID card. The membership card provides your medical provider with all the information needed to submit your medical bills to Impact electronically. There is no need to go through the hassle of collecting and submitting medical bills yourself. Your medical provider will do this for you. Upon receipt, your medical bills are repriced and discounted, and then reviewed pursuant to Impact guidelines for eligibility. If a bill is eligible and you've met your primary responsibility amount, or PRA, for the year, your medical bill will be published for sharing. What is your primary responsibility amount? The primary responsibility amount, or PRA, is the annual amount that every member household is responsible for paying before any of their eligible medical bills can be published to the members for sharing. With Impact, you will have 4 PRA options to choose from to better fit your budget and needs. What is my co-share? The co-share is the percentage of an eligible medical bill paid by the member after the primary responsibility amount has been met. As an Impact member, once your PRA has been met, you pay 10% of all eligible medical bills. The remaining 90% is published for sharing to the Impact membership. However, the total co-share amount which you are responsible for is limited to $5,000 annually per household. For example, let's say you choose the $2,500 PRA option and your family has already had a number of eligible medical bills that have met your $2,500 PRA. Then someone in your family, perhaps your daughter, has an accident. You take her to the emergency room and the medical bill is $10,000. In that case, you would pay a $150 copay to the hospital, as well as a 10% co-share amount, or $1,000, to the hospital. The remaining $8,850, 90%, is eligible for sharing by Impact members and would be paid directly to the hospital by the Impact members. Now, let's say in that same year, something happens to you and you need to have surgery, and the procedure costs $70,000. You might think that your co-share amount is going to be a full $7,000, 10%, but it's not. The reason is because you already paid a $1,000 co-share when your daughter got hurt, and you can never pay more than $5,000 in co-share amounts in a given year. So in this case, you'll pay the hospital the $150 copay and only a $4,000 co-share amount. The remaining $65,850 is eligible for sharing by Impact members and paid directly to the hospital. If you or a family member have another eligible bill in that year, then 100% of the bill after your copay will be eligible for sharing because you've met your PRA and co-share limits. Why do I have a balance in my account? In order to process and pay medical bills quickly, Impact Health Sharing implements a practice called distributed or decentralized reserving. Impact is not insurance, and we do not collect and hold medical reserves in a centralized bank account. Instead, the monthly share amount is set at a level to build a small balance or reserve in each member's individual share account. These distributed reserves enable Impact Health Sharing to better manage the fluctuation of medical usage and payments. We hope that this video will help clarify the Impact membership. To find out more, go to impacthealthsharing.com or call us at 855-378-6777.
Now you know how we're able to offer a better, more transparent healthcare solution at a fraction of the cost of traditional insurance. Now, let's be frank, Impact Health Sharing won't work for everyone. Studies have shown that 80% of the population will never meet their deductible with insurance plans. However, that leaves 20% who will. If you happen to have a number of pre-existing or chronic conditions, Impact might not be the best fit for you. If you're unsure, I would encourage you to schedule a consultation with one of our enrollment specialists to learn more about your condition and determine if Impact is right for you. We're getting ready to dive deeper into the inner workings of Impact Health Sharing, and we'll then transition into answering some frequently asked questions. But first, Here's a glimpse of what you'll receive with every Impact membership. 1 free wellness visit annually per enrolled member in your household, plus a $150 annual lab allowance per member to use toward a preset list of routine lab work. Free telemedicine through your Impact membership portal. This means you're able to have unlimited access to licensed medical professionals 24/7. And wholesale prescription pricing. As an Impact member, you'll receive exclusive discounts at the pharmacist of your choice by simply presenting your Impact membership card at the point of sale. Let's take a moment and talk about Impact's terminology. Impact is not insurance, so Impact uses different terms than what you're probably used to. For instance, your primary responsibility amount, also known as your PRA, is the amount of money that the enrolled members of your household will be meeting collectively before sharing begins amongst the other members of the program. Notice that I mentioned collectively. That means whether you have a household of 4 or 54, you'll meet all that PRA together. Most insurance companies require the individuals of your family to meet their individual deductible before coverage kicks in. Impact operating in this way allows for even greater savings as your entire family meets one amount together and not separately. Let's move on to the monthly share. This is the amount that correlates most closely to a premium in insurance. Your monthly share does not count towards the household PRA. A significant amount of your monthly share goes and sits in your household's individual reserved account. The monies that are available in these accounts are what is used to pay the eligible medical bills of the membership once their PRA is met. How about the co-share? After your PRA has been met, you pay 10% of all eligible medical bills. The remaining 90% is published for sharing to the Impact membership. There is a co-share limit of $5,000 per household annually. In other words, after a member pays a total of $5,000 in co-shares, the remaining eligible bills will be shared at 100% until the amount resets on their membership anniversary date. I think now is the time to better define eligible bills versus ineligible bills. An eligible bill is any bill that is linked to a new accident, illness, or injury, no matter how big or small. Whether it's strep throat or something more major like cancer, if it's new, it's eligible. On to ineligible bills. Pre-existing conditions fall underneath this category. If you were on medications or had any signs, symptoms, testing, diagnosis, or treatment for any medical condition in the previous 36 months before joining Impact, the bills related to those conditions are ineligible to be shared amongst the membership, which means those bills will not count toward your household PRA and will therefore be out of pocket for your household. We do have some exceptions for high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and cancer diagnosis, which can be discussed further with one of our enrollment specialists. Before we wrap up, let's talk about what to expect when you go to the doctor. Impact has no network, which means you are free to visit any licensed physician of your choice. After you pay a provider fee, the doctor should see you and bill Impact directly for your visit. Your Impact membership card has everything the doctors need to bill Impact directly. In the rare instance that your doctor refuses to accept Impact, you may choose to pay cash for your visit and submit a medical expense form to Impact for the portion you paid out of pocket. Impact at that time will determine the eligibility of the bill and either credit the paid amount toward your household PRA or reimburse you if your household PRA has already been met. There you have it. Now's the time to choose. Is Impact Health Sharing right for you? If you answered yes, go to our website at www.impacthealthsharing.com and start your online application. Welcome to the Impact Health Sharing community.